What's up, my dudes? This is DolphinBrick here with an introduction to the Whaledog, Orcane. This slippery trickster is Watertown's finest in covert ops. When first arriving to the town, he was considered a criminal, but other merchants of the port call upon him when they have a situation they need dealt with quickly and quietly. Orcane relies on agility and trickiness, baiting opponents into carefully concocted traps with his puddle. His water-amplified smash attacks have a lethal combo of speed, range, and power, while his bubbles provide him with lingering walls of doom that the opponent must be wary of. He's definitely one of the deeper rivals of the cast, boasting many unique mechanics, tricks, and playstyles. However, he's not a character that's easy to pick up, and definitely requires some time and effort to utilize. So let's get into it. Orcane is actually one of the quicker characters, having the second fastest running speed under only Maple. He also has a unique mechanic, slipperiness. His naturally low ground friction allows for more lenient timing on wave dashes and wavelands. This also grants him the longest natural wave dash in the game. By absorbing puddles on the ground, Orcane can tremendously lengthen the range and increase damage on his smash attacks. If you correctly space these puddle-charged attacks, they will almost always beat out your opponent's moves. He's also got some very strong KO options. Between up air, up smash, and up special, he has the potential to kill off the top incredibly early.
Setting the traps on the ground, uses the up B to close out the stock very early.
So early, yeah.
It's also worth noting Orcane is dependent on parries. Parrying is a great option against long-range attacks and projectiles, and essential to holding your ground. With Orcane's powerful smashes and up special though, it also guarantees a stock if they're at a high enough percent. One of Orcane's problems is he has trouble creating space once you've gotten up in his face. You can DI towards your puddle and use bubbles to interrupt follow-ups, but if you don't have a puddle out, it can be tough because Orcane doesn't have a dependable combo breaker. Nair is your best bet to interrupt combos, but won't work if they space the combo well. Orcane lacks long-range options. All of the cast have a way of applying various sorts of pressure from afar, whether it be gap closers or projectiles. One threat you can pose at long range is using Bubble Butt, either as a gap closer or using it as a surprise kill move. Orcane's normal attacks have low range compared to most other rivals. This, with a lack of long-range options, means that he's most effective at medium range, where he can lock down multiple options using his normal attacks and his puddle. Furthermore, his combos are read dependent. His ground combos are vulnerable to teching, while his aerial game is somewhat limited by the fact that his back air is his only quick aerial with a healthy disjoint. Orcane needs to play around his puddle. As I mentioned before, his normal attacks are kinda lackluster, so if you're not making them deal with your puddle options, they're often just gonna run you down. Orcane shines once you've conditioned your opponent to reacting to your puddle options and then mixing them up with your normal attacks. So let's summarize some of these strengths and weaknesses. Orcane is agile. He's got great move speed and some unique mobility options with his bubble butt and teleport abilities. His slippery mechanic also aids in wave dashing and wave landing. He's got some fantastic KO options. Up special is the most powerful move in the game, and pretty much guarantees a kill off of a parry at medium-high percent. Up smash, down smash, and up air are also all great KO options. Puddles amplify your smash attacks with a lethal combo of speed, range, and power. Water amplified smashes come out fast, but they actually do have a fair amount of whiff lag. And lastly, bubbles. They're a great zoning tool and are an exceptional anti-approach tool. They start combos, they extend combos, and they confirm into killing blows. In my opinion, bubbles are one of Orcane's most important utilities to master. So let's move on to his shortcomings now. He's got no long-range attacks, which means it's important that you don't let your opponent get too far away from you, especially against an Daedalus who can armor up, Absa has amazing projectiles, Crag can just chuck rocks at you. Giving most characters too much space is bad news. His combo game is below average. Now this isn't to say that he can't combo, it's just that if you're not actively reading them, your combos can be inconsistent. It's hard for Orcane to create space once he's being comboed. It can be super difficult to escape a well-spaced combo from a Force Burn or a Raster, who are both notorious examples of being able to exploit this shortcoming. Finally, he's got bad disjoint on his normal attacks, which makes it hard to create openings using only your normal attacks, because they can be outspaced so easily. And that concludes my introduction to Orcane. I hope it was enjoyable. Let me know in the comments below if you liked something, disagreed with something, or if you have something to add. I'd love to hear any of your suggestions, because I do plan on making a few more episodes about Orcane. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.